What it do, Money Team crew? We are back for episode 3 of our little series of recapping the playoffs at the moment. We 3-man weaving it today. Our boy Jono called in sick, handing that doctor's note, could not make it today. But we've got a lot to get into. But on my far right, got my boy Dylan DeFreitas with me.
Yo, what's up?
And then closest to me, my boy Berto.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Where do we start, fellas? It's been a big couple of weeks of these round 2s of the playoffs. I think let's start with the Timberwolves versus the Warriors. BTA, belt to arse.
Yeah.
What are we thinking about that deal?
No Curry. It was tough for him. They were trying to tough it out until he could come back, but obviously they got the job done in 5, sorry. Gentleman's sweep.
I honestly thought he was never coming back, Like, if they forced it 6, I don't think he was going to.
No.
I feel like they would have. Could have been that fairy tale.
Yeah. No, like, I don't feel like he was going to be able to come back. Like, it's a big injury.
Yeah.
He would have played, bro. He might not have, like, had a great performance, but he would have played.
And just his presence alone
he
just could have boosted the team.
And, like, just drew some defenders.
Yeah.
Having them, like, out of the keyway and
playing
stuff.
dummy, kind of like
literally.
what we saw Harden do a couple of years ago for the Nets. When he was playing pretty much in that one leg.
Yeah.
Running around.
Nah, but Jimmy didn't show up, bro. He wasn't doing nothing. It was the cum bucket show, bro.
Yeah, literally. Now Kuminga,
He's going to get that bag.
yeah, he's going to get it from Brooklyn or something. Because
Yeah.
now they can be like, like, what should we do when we actually played?
Yeah.
But, yeah, his time in the Warriors system is definitely over.
Yeah.
Not much to talk about on the Warriors side, obviously.
Pods performed
Pods played well.
Yeah.
I've seen... overall, it's not a bad season for Golden State, considering where they were. Like, they were 25-7 or something with Jimmy on the team until the playoffs. So, considering where they weren't even in the play-in spot when they first acquired him, I think it wasn't too bad of a season. Obviously, unlucky with the Curry injuries. What do you think about that?
It's definitely a good season for them. Like, they were before the playoffs started, it was like 10-6 was, it could have been anyone, and then they made it into the play-in, and then they made it into the playoffs through the first round, and then unfortunately Steph got injured.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Draymond needs to control himself as well.
Yeah.
Well, that true.
Need to put a leash on that boy.
There's a line and he crosses it every
Nah,
time.
Every time, bro.
Every time without
There was like a stat. He had like six texts, 6 flagrants. It was ridiculous.
All right. Draymond getting a bit too much airtime on the MTP. But on the Timberwolves side, Julius Randle absolutely bowling.
all his flowers.
Yeah, all the flowers in the world. When a month or so ago, we were questioning if he was going to show up and thought that could be their biggest letdown. He's been one of their biggest
He has been their best player. And will have a great game here and there.
Yeah.
But some games he's not showing up. But Julius Randle showed up for pretty much every game.
I say Ant's been the best player, but Julius has been like the most valuable to where if Ant's not showing up, he's giving that scoring in that first
he's
half.
consistent.
100%.
He's holding it down. But yeah, Minnesota look really fucking good, man.
Dangerous.
Second Western Conference Finals, back-to-back years. Really, I don't know who's going to stop them. Like, I'd say, my personal opinion, they'd probably be the favorite to come out of the West in my eyes.
I don't know. I feel like the other 2 teams could beat them.
We'll get into that now. Now we're going to Boston, New York, baby. Deal. The floor is yours, baby. Start us off.
Obviously not great, blowing 2 20-point leads at home. So there's not much you can really...
Tough way to start a series.
Real tough way, and then obviously you're just on the climb back trying to make those games up in the Garden, which is obviously, as we know, a crazy atmosphere. I think all credit to New York, like OG Macau obviously turning up, like defending Brown and Tatum with everything. Shame that Tatum's going down.
Yeah, this...
Bad injury.
Bad injury. Like
they got onto it straight away. Apparently, he had his surgery like the next day.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
It's pretty clear. It's like clean break, bro.
Yeah.
Like Rob literally called her, who was the only one watching the game, literally said, there it is.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's not great.
It looked like Achilles straight away.
Yeah,
taking that step back and then
that
trying to run forward.
non-contact injury be fucking everyone up this postseason, man. Like Tatum, Dame, like both Achilles, just non-contact whatsoever. It's unfortunate for the Celtics, and obviously we give our prayers up to Jackson Tatum. As much slander as he gets from us.
Too much slander.
But obviously...
The league needs Tatum.
The league is better.
They need that villain.
The league's better when all the players are in it, all the stars are going at it.
You don't wish it upon upon anyone.
Nah,
yeah,
no
it's
way.
tough because now obviously we'll get into Boston's future later in the episode, but
Yeah.
you're looking at most of next year as well, same as Dame, like most of next year,
Yeah.
and that's lucky if you get them at all next season.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
pretty much my thoughts on the series would be, it's hard when you lose 2 games at home the exact same way, like it's really demotivating and all that.
Oh, fuck.
But I could say, man, if Boston take game 6,
Bro,
going
I feel
back
like they
to
can pull it
Boston,
out.
they could though, because the star power is definitely there.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
definitely
Derek
there.
White
And
stepping up.
also, I'm not saying that Jason Tatum, like when he's injured, our team plays better. There's no way. That's just not a thing. But in saying that, when we watched game 5, that was the most recent game, game 5, just the movement and everything. Like we're a very isolation heavy team. So just not having as much isolation and just having a bit more movement, Cornette kind of rolling to the basket a bit more, Drew Holiday like moving around the ball, just adding this little bit of extra movement just did so much for our team, and I liked what I saw. Like
this game 6 is going to be absolutely insane.
huge.
it'll be a good
It'll
game.
be a
Garden
big game.
going to be loud. And Boston, man, if they can force 7, it's a different fucking story
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But on that note, man, Jalen Bronson been absolutely insane. in
Yeah,
that fourth
been tearing
quarter.
up.
He
We haven't
been
had an
doing what he's
answer.
doing.
We both, all of us thought Derek White, Drew Holiday, so many bodies to throw at him, Jalen Brown.
It don't matter.
It doesn't
when it comes
matter.
To the
It
fourth
just doesn't
quarter.
matter.
He plays like a big man, bro. So them guards don't know how to guard him when he gets down
Yeah,
on the
big
block.
body Bronson.
Yeah.
Insane, man. No, flowers off to him. Like,
Yeah.
they've been playing really well.
And I just can't watch the Celtics. Too many fucking threes, man.
Yeah.
Like way too
Even
many.
if it's
They
not
got-
That's all
going.
we know, though. That's the thing. ISO threes, heavy.
Yeah, it's you live and die by it, and it's
you go up
so
against a
hard
different
to
type of
watch. Though.
defense.
Like
Yeah,
it
it
is
is.
so
I
hard
have
to
to
watch.
agree.
Like sometimes put that head down and run to the
Because
rim.
you know we
Yeah.
can. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. That's what's a frustrating thing. We can put our heads down. We can create these different looks, but we settle too much.
All right, now we'll actually get into a bit of Boston's future while we're here. You think if they fall here, is some big changes coming in the off season?
Not really. I don't know.
They got to.
They've got to.
They
I
got
think
too much
someone
money.
has to go with the money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
It's either gonna be Kristaps or Drew.
Yeah.
Like it won't definitely be, but like those are the two that have been talked about.
You think Jalen Brown could be up and out of here?
Nah, no way.
Would you?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you gotta
like
keep
we've
Jalen.
we've already been through that
Yeah.
experience of Tatum and Brown. They don't work together. And then the next year we run the chip. So
Yeah.
I can't see that happening. Maybe Drew.
It'd be. I reckon KP would be the first.
If,
one
yeah,
to fall.
KP
Yeah.
just because of the health
He's
and
so
everything.
inconsistent,
But
like,
yeah, Drew
with
would
playing.
definitely be the next name there. I'd say.
Yeah, look, if I'm Boston, obviously I'm not a fan of the second apron. I've obviously
Nah,
voiced
I
my
don't like
opinion
it.
on it
Whack.
at all. Teams that do the right thing, build it the right way. Like,
They just get fucked over.
there's no love lost between me and Boston, but you know, you acquire Derek White for the low, and you turn him into something, and then
Yeah,
same
it
with
was before
KP.
he
Like
was-
you take that risk there, and then what you get punished for doing the right business moves.
Yeah, they picked them up like when their stock was low as well,
Lowest,
and
bro.
now their stock's like
Same with Denver,
way higher.
obviously. Like
Yeah.
with KCP, we've seen it happen. It's just
Yeah, like look,
ruining
it's
some teams.
It's inevitable, but at the
It's
same
gonna
time,
happen to OKC as well
Yeah.
soon. They only got a
It's-
few years.
yeah, exactly. It's gonna suck when it happens, but yeah, I think KP would be the first one to go. Then probably the boy Drew, and PP would take that starting spot. But game 6 prediction, fellas.
It's tough. If we can shoot the ball well, we're gonna win.
Yeah,
That's
you
the-
can
that's
say
the-
that about any
But
game.
that's the thing.
Yeah,
man.
that's
like that's
Boston, you
That's
know.
Boston. If we
Live
get
and
a
die
good
by the three.
next 2 games, if we shoot the shit out of the ball and the lights out of the ball, we win. Like that's.
What's your series prediction?
Oh, you know me. I'm obviously gonna take
Alright,
Boston.
Boston and 7.
Boston and 7, of course.
We're clipping this up for sure.
I'm
If
going
it
Boston
happens.
as well.
Oh,
I like
what's
it.
your reason? What's your
they're
reason?
they're just too stacked, bro. Like they got so many good pieces, and like Derek White.
New York only need
Stepping up.
one.
Yeah,
They
but
only need one.
New
But I
York
feel like
City
they
is
can-
going
they
to
can-
burn
they
down
can hold
either
it
way,
down,
bro.
bro.
If they
Yeah.
make it to the final, let's say they
Even,
make it all the
even
way
if
to
they
the
make it to
finals,
the next round, bro.
they're
New York's
burning the
gonna-
city down. If they blow a 3-1 lead without Tatum, they're burning the city
Yeah.
down. Alberto, you got them in 7?
yeah, I'll take them.
I'm going Knicks in 6. I think, New York know this is their game 7. They don't want it. They do not want to go to Boston whatsoever. So they're going to treat this as big as they can as a game 7.
But,
Make sure they don't go back to that.
Just imagine how gassed they are, bro. They
Oh,
play
100%.
5-6 people and they play 48 minutes.
But look, that's a...
They're going to be gassed.
Mitchell Robertson has been absolutely a
Yeah,
dog
he's
in
been
this
dog.
He
series.
went 6 of 6 at the line. See him
But
celebrating.
I seen him miss that free throw and drop to his knees pretty much. Oh, boy. That air ball
Did
was
that
crazy.
shit twice.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like, he's been that good. They're trying to hack him off the floor.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely insane to think, considering
I don't
he's
like
barely
it,
played
eh?
too
He
much.
barely got any reps.
I don't like it as well, but
Yeah.
at the same time, make your
You got to
motherfucking
do what
free
you got to
throws.
do. Like, you're trying to win.
Yes, sir.
Got
Missoula
anything
Bowl
possible.
in
Yeah.
full effect.
Yeah.
That's it.
But yeah, so we'll get to the other side of the East. Bell to us. 4-1 Indiana Pacers over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, in my opinion, Cleveland just run it back. Everyone was hurt at the end of the day. Not saying that the result would have been much different if everyone was healthy, because he did have them to an extent, like they were playing. But, Indiana are just an absolute force to be reckoned with. It's going under the radar still. Like, everyone's having them to lose every single contest. And that's me too. I haven't picked them, but they have been absolutely insane this postseason run. And Tyrese Halliburton has been the motherfucking dog, man. That overrated shit is going out the window, in my
Oh,
opinion.
yeah, facts. I would not recommend running back the Cavs.
Yeah, I think
You
you've
reckon?
got, I
They've
think
just
you've got to
shown
make
that-
some
that-
change.
But-
And there were injuries,
They-
but
they-
in saying
they
that,
just-
That was
I
all
feel like
pretty
even
right.
if they were fully healthy, you go through, say you do make it through Indiana, how much further are you going to get past?
I don't know.
So it's just one of those things that you toss up.
Donovan
about,
had
but-
that ankle. Darius Garland had that toe and he had been out most series, could barely play. I'm not saying it was good. Ty Jerome was absolutely awful in the whole playoffs. Just
They're a regular season team, bro.
Yeah,
they
are.
aren't playoff.
So
ready.
what's your move? What's your move if you're making one?
DG,
Yeah, I just don't know
get a
if,
better point guard.
when we
It's
go
just too
deeper into
small.
the playoffs, is that going to be the problem?
Yeah.
When
And
they
like-
are all healthy, when they go deeper in, is that going to become a problem?
Yeah.
I think it
They're
may be.
always injured too,
Yeah.
though.
They got so much depth, but when it comes time for playoffs, I
Yeah,
feel like
you're gonna
you got to
shorten
just
it.
have stars, bro, like certified studs.
They need a bucket
So I
getter
reckon
off that bench.
offload some of their like role players like Max Strus, Ty Jerome. Who else is there on that bench?
They've got
DeAndre Hunter
keep
can
him,
stay around. He's a
but
good six.
They need that bucket getter. Like Jordan Clarkson over there would be insane. Like come off the bench, just knows how to get a bucket. That was supposed to be Ty Jerome, and he could not do it at all in this series or in the playoffs, to be honest. Like in that last game he played, he didn't check into the fourth quarter. But Indiana, what we think about them?
Looking solid. I think whether it be us or the Knicks coming out, I reckon they're going to take care of business.
You really think?
I really think
They're hot.
New York will come out, as Rob said, New York will come out pretty tired, pretty busted up. Like, I don't know. I think they're the real deal. Like,
Yeah, nah, I like Indiana. They're really good. They got all the good pieces you need, like a big man that can shoot and Miles
so
Turner.
much depth.
Tyrese just facilitates the crap out of their offense, and
Nemhard,
he hits that shot. There was like a stat where he's hit like six of 7 shots in the clutch.
Like the go-ahead shot,
Yeah.
pretty much. My thing is, like, I've seen this funny comment. All their players are playoff risers, bro.
Yeah, they
Naismith,
are. They really are.
Nemhard, like, they're all playoff risers, and their team shoots like 40 to 50% from three
Yeah.
multiple times this postseason.
Yeah.
They're absolutely they are insane.
Yeah,
at the
they
moment.
are.
And Tyrese, like, he's leading the charge. That game 5 where he just said, "No, fuck that. Like, I'm taking over. I'm willing to say it was."
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Now we locking in. Today, as we are recording this video, Denver tied up 3-3 after Jamal Murray flu game
Yeah,
and
big
beat
game.
OKC. Getting into that game, I didn't actually get the privilege to watch it. Did any of you?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
But
OKC got into foul trouble like real early, so they were kind of like fucked from the beginning. Like Shea had 3,
4 at the half, I
4,
seen.
yeah, the first time in like 3 years, 2 years or
Yeah.
something. It was like crazy. So he wasn't able to play like a good chunk of the game that he would normally play. And then, yeah, I don't think Chet had a very good game.
J-Dub.
J-Dub had a
stinky
stinker,
one.
yeah. But yeah, they even chucked in Isaiah Joe at the end just to try and get some shot, like get a shooter in the game.
I think
but they just couldn't get it going.
Did Shea play good? Like when he was fine?
He did all right.
He just did
he had like
average.
30, 32, but I can't tell with him when I'm not watching the game if it's empty stats or meaningful buckets.
No, well, they would get up by like 7, and then Denver just brought it back, and then they
Home
could
court,
not get
baby.
it. They could not get it back. Like they could not get the lead back, and then Denver took the lead, and they just ran with it, and then it was 10 points.
Who went crazy today?
Julian Strawther, bro.
Yeah.
He went off, bro. He came in. It was like 15 points in 20 minutes or something like that, and he shot like lights out, bro. Everything was going in for him.
I think, honestly, if OKC fall here, which I'm predicting they will, I've got Denver in 7. But if they fall here, you got to make a move, man. Like, I understand the young core, but when I'm actually watching them play, you can see the inexperience. You see that they've just...
Bro.
It's not what it looks like in the regular season.
Shea has lost all trust in his teammates. It feels like he does not want to pass the ball as much as he normally does.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, and when J-Dub's not making the shots, it's hard, you know. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, well, there was game
was
5, was it?
Game 4.
Game
3, sorry, where we were watching when they went down 2-1.
No,
was the
that's not
game?
what I'm talking about.
No?
I'm talking about when J-Dub was going off.
Yeah.
That was game 3.
Game 3, we were
It
watching.
wasn't game 4?
Nah, because Denver went up 2-1. And remember the photo of him smiling after?
Oh, yeah.
That was prime example.
Yeah, that was prime example. Like, he was getting locked up, and then he was going for, like, soft-ass fouls. Like, he was just...
It was horrible offense.
Yeah, and J-Dub was right there on the wing, like, ready for the ball. He was on a streak, and he just didn't want to pass him the ball.
Going back to game 3, it is a little while back. It's maybe about a week now, but going to there, like, it was horrible offense, you know, just isolation on the top, about 4 to 6 times in a row, come down, try to get a mid-range in a zone. That's the thing that I'm hating when I'm watching OKC. You in a zone and you're trying to get a real contested midi.
Yeah.
Well, he's
You gotta
just foul
get your
baiting, bro.
shooters.
He just wants to
Yeah.
get to the line.
Foul baiting's out of proportion.
Yeah.
You're just not going to get it in the playoffs. Like, you're not going to get it like you did in the regular season.
Yeah.
And
Different whistle in the playoffs.
For sure.
different whistle
Way
in the players
different.
for sure. What we got? I've got Denver in 7, baby.
I'd say Denver in 7. This next game is going to decide the MVP of the league.
I agree because they are really holding back announcing this award. I don't know honestly when it's supposed to be announced, but I feel like they are holding it back.
Yeah.
Would they not have already voted on it though?
Oh, at this point, who fucking knows
knows?
Yeah.
the NBA? We'll
Yeah,
get
for real.
into that later. Don't worry about that. But
Yeah.
what we think?
I don't know, like
I can see both sides.
Yeah.
Like I know what
Yeah.
you're thinking.
I just like their
I just like
experience. I
Jokic
like
in 7.
Jokic. I like if Aaron
Jamal-
Gordon or Jamal Crawford have one of those. Jamal Murray have one of those games. Like they just look so good.
Yeah,
man. Like, they just look so good.
if anybody wants to show up to help Jokic, then I feel like they've got it.
Yeah.
But if all the role players are just struggling, it's gonna be OKC.
And I also think it comes down to Jokic. If he is having one of his good offensive games, he needs to attack the basket.
I was seeing when I was watching
Yeah, he
game
doesn't like
5.
he's been like
He
not
just needs to
keen
be more
shoot,
aggressive.
Yeah,
He just
that
needs to
game
be more
5, I
aggressive.
seen when he hit that 3. Oh my
spin.
god, bro!
Filthy,
It was
eh?
the most diabolical
He had
shit
the
I've
only
ever
4
seen.
shots made in that fourth quarter.
What?
I think
of this game?
No,
No,
last
the game
I think.
before.
Oh.
I think they shot 19 times in the fourth quarter.
I've seen
and he
a
had
lot-
The only 4 they made.
I've seen a lot of Denver fans and a lot of people saying pack MPJ's ass up.
Yeah, he had
Get
that one good game.
Get a couple of pieces. Obviously, he's got the bum shoulder, but when I was watching Game 5, specifically, Yoke was going off and MPJ hadn't made a shot pretty much. Had made 1 of 5 shots and he's airballing a 3, barely hitting the rim. In clutch time, too. It's like, swing the fucking rock.
Yeah, he's
That's all
tough
he knows,
He's a
man.
tough watch when he's not on, but when he's on, he's just making some bullshit.
Yeah.
But it is butter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's making it.
Game 7, I can either see an OKC blowout, but if it's close, I'm going to go Denver. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the championship experience in the clutch is just
Yeah.
going to be too much. OKC got to hope for a blowout.
Yeah, literally. If
So-
it's a close game, it's gonna be Denver.
Who'd you-
I'll take Denver,
You going to take Denver?
Yeah.
We're all taking Denver on the panel here, but let's
and
go.
I want Denver to win as well.
So now we got a rematch of last year's matchup, but in the conference finals, not the semis, of the Denver Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. What we think, fellas?
I don't know. Hey, that's a really good
I think
series.
They match up fucking well.
Yeah.
They do. And I think what benefited the Minnesota Timberwolves so well last year is they were able to put Cat on Jokic and have Gobert as that roamer
Mm-hmm.
and have a big body on him. Is Julius Randle going to be able to do that same job on Jokic with Rudy Gobert being that roamer? I don't know how it's going to look.
I feel like they'll just put Rudy straight on him.
Yeah.
Oh, but then I don't know.
It's
I
going to
think
be
he could
interesting
get
to see.
cooked.
Game 1 will tell a
Nah,
lot.
but he's not like
He will get cooked.
he will get cooked, but like he'll do a better job than Julius Randle would on him. I feel like.
Yeah, but having Rudy Gobert being that help defender.
No, but you'll have just Rudy Gobert straight on him.
Who do we think matches up better?
No?
Depends. That's what they did last year and it worked. So I'm not sure.
I don't know.
We'll have
We're
to
going to see
But
game.
they
Yeah,
don't got
exactly.
Cat this year.
Hey.
They don't have Cat this year though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what they did.
Game
last
1
year.
will tell
That's what
a
I was referring
lot
to.
if that happens. But who has the better matchup? Like, which series do you think will be better? If it was OKC or Denver?
Ooh.
I don't know. Like, I really don't know. That's a question I was thinking.
OKC versus Minnesota would probably.
I think the
Be
Nuggets
tougher.
match up better. Just because of Jokic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just-
It's a real brain.
That is,
thinker,
yeah.
right?
You
It's
just,
just he makes all the players around him so much better than what
Yeah.
they are. I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
But I'd take. Fuck, I don't know, honestly. I'd take Minnesota in 6, 7, 6, I'd say. Hey,
6-7?
Minnesota they're really fucking hot, bro.
They are.
They are
Yeah.
really hot at the moment.
Anthony Edwards is just the guy.
What about
They
you
got
guys?
Nas Reed on the bench as well.
Yeah, Dante.
He's been shooting like shit.
Yeah, but with the shooters, it's pick and
Yeah.
choose, honestly.
You
Like,
have,
they can
that,
have it
you
on
just
and
need
off.
those a couple,
Yeah.
1 or 2 games for
Nikhil
them to
Alexander
make a big
Walker
impact.
has
Yeah,
had like a bigger impact, I'd say, than
Yeah,
Dante.
bro, 100%. It's kind of that's the reason why they traded Cat, because it was either keep Cat, trade all their role players like Nikhil, Nas, or trade the big contract and Cat.
And then get another.
I mean, they
role
could have had
player.
him this year, but then he would have walked for free.
Yeah, exactly. But what do you two reckon? Denver, Minnesota.
I'd take Wolves in 6.
I'm going to take Denver then. I'm going to take Denver in
Ooh.
7.
Oh, yeah, look, these could honestly go either way.
I think all series from now. Well, it has been like that through the playoffs to an
because the
extent.
matchups are just crazy. Like,
This has
Bro,
been
the
one of
Wolves
the
got
best
that-
playoffs.
The Wolves have got
So
that
far.
rest as well.
it's the new
like-
era. It's
Yeah.
literally the new era.
So much parity in the league.
Yeah, and the Nuggets would be going off 2 game sets.
Like, they'd be so gassed.
Yeah.
Like, you can only do that for so long, you know.
Mhm. And now
True.
New York Pacers. Go New York, go New York, go Knicks and
Bing
6,
bong.
baby.
Why are we
Bing
saying
bong.
Knicks are going to the...
Because
What's
only
going
you
on
did
here?
Boston. Fuck out of here. 2 to verse 1.
No, I took
Boston in
Boston as
6.
well.
You took
baby.
Boston.
Yeah, he
oh,
took Boston
shit.
as
All
well.
right, no, we'll go both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
Both sides of the thing. My bad there, boy. My
Stop
bad.
sleeping on my boys.
I got Knicks in 6 though. I want to see New York get there.
Yeah, it would
But-
be cool.
Well, what do you think?
I think Pacers
Mm.
will come out either way.
Yeah.
Even if it's Celtics.
Okay.
Pacers are
I
hot.
reckon they're just so hot. Last year we versed them. They had a few injuries from memory.
New York?
No, Pacers in
Against-
the Celtics.
Oh, Tyrese was bummed at the end a little
Yeah, I
bit,
think-
but all 4 games are close, but
Yeah.
it was still a sweep.
I still got Pacers. They're just so hot right now.
That's
they got
crazy.
And
that
they'll
last-
have the fresh legs as well.
It's
I
crazy.
feel like
Legs.
when it comes to conference finals and the finals, it's a lot about how gassed your team is.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel like fresh legs will win you the games.
And
Yeah.
they're both 4-1 each team. Like
Yeah,
Bucks.
they've had a
Cavs.
nice, and even Wolves as well.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
It's
both
crazy
gonna
to
have
think-
fresh legs for
It's crazy
conference.
to think that it's a new era. Like, sometimes I think about like Tyrese is either going to get a ring, Jalen Bronson's either going to get a ring.
Yeah, I saw
like let's
that,
say
eh?
Boston might come back, like they might repeat. Shea might
Nuggets.
get a ring, or Anthony Edwards might get a ring.
Nuggets
Or
might
then-
win it
then
all.
Jokic might run it back again.
Get Ross that first ring.
It's like crazy to see that the new era is slowly coming
taken
about.
over.
Yeah.
And it's for crazy to see. I
Yeah.
like.
No, I feel like even last year it was Luka against Boston's new era.
Yeah. So it's crazy to see, but that's our predictions for that. Now, let's get into the NBA draft lottery, baby.
Oh, brother.
This is diabolical.
Disgusting.
Rigged.
The fix was in. The fix was in Dallas.
It really was, bro. Like, how do you get the number 1 pick with 1.9% chance.
Dallas gets the number 1 pick. San Antonio Spurs get the 2nd pick. Philly get the 3rd pick.
Philly on the 3rd
Disgusting lineup there.
It's such a
Crazy.
shit layout, bro, as well. Like, how are you going to jump that far? Like, you should not be able to jump that far. It should be like top 5 get the chance of the number
fix
1.
was in, baby. And then obviously the real losers in the situation, the Washington Wizards, the Utah Jazz, and I forgot who the third team.
New Orleans.
New
Yeah, New
Orleans,
Orleans.
yeah. All go 4 to 7 pretty much. The real losers
Drop
of this
out.
thing
Yeah.
drop out.
Now they're just getting role players. They don't have that much. Well, like anybody can become a star.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
but like if when you win
the-
15 to 16 games,
yeah, you need a top 3 pick.
you feel diabolical. And this is like I'd say a four player draft heavy
Yeah.
class. The star powers at the start of the class. Obviously, you got a generational talent in Cooper Flag at the top, and it sucks that he's going to go to Dallas. From a fan's
Something needs to
perspective.
change about the draft. Like it needs.
It's
They
going to
need
be
fix the layout,
broadcast
bro.
It
live.
just has to broadcast live, or there has to be a different system to be like these
Yeah.
teams that are tanking. Like they're just getting screwed over. There
I
has to
don't-
be something.
But at the same time, it's to stop
stop
teams from tanking
Tanking,
because
yeah,
they don't
that's
want
it.
you to like just
Like
lose,
this tanking
you know?
is enough as it is now, but I feel like fuck all that. I don't mind the odds being a certain amount and all that, like how it is now, where everyone low-key has a chance. Because like Atlanta last year was cool how they got the number 1
Yeah.
pick, but I reckon fuck all the conspiracy theories. Even with that, you need to broadcast it live. Like you actually
You
have
can't
to
just
have it.
pull out fucking
Yeah.
envelope and be like, "Oh, this is how it went."
Yeah.
No, like have the
bullshit.
balls with like
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
logo on
saying.
it. Yeah, like you know what I mean. It's got to be broadcast live because I seen the tweet and I was like, "There's no fucking way Dallas got number 1."
No.
Yeah, it was
See
fucking
Nico
jokes,
act
bro.
surprised.
Yeah.
They got the first
Yeah,
one.
going crazy.
Now we got to act surprised, guys.
Yeah, like absolutely diabolical. But all right, we'll stop the hating on the thing for now and actually get into it.
Yeah, how's it looking?
So Dallas, obviously they're going to take Cooper Flag, or if Nico really want to get hated, boy, trade that motherfucker.
He'd be dead in the next 2
It
days.
would be for Giannis. Or
I don't think they can do it.
Nah.
I don't think
they would
they've
need
got
to throw
enough.
fucking everything at it.
Yeah, and I seen something that Giannis wants to stay in the East, but
Yeah, but that could just be fucking.
coming from Kendrick Perkins, I never know. That
Oh
shit.
yeah, I wouldn't believe that shit.
Yeah, and then the Spurs with the 2nd pick. That
could get traded.
That's definitely getting traded because
Yeah.
they can't take Dylan Harper
No.
as the consensus number 2 pick in this
Yeah.
draft, who's going to be a star.
Yeah.
So if you're San Antonio, I want to hear from you guys. Where you looking to get this pick off?
I don't fucking know.
Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant,
yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah.
I'd say probably them two. Kevin Durant, Giannis would be crazy.
Kevin Durant would be sick.
Kevin
I
Durant.
don't really like Giannis in Spurs.
I don't. I reckon it'd be.
It'd be
Yeah.
it would be
disgusting.
so whack. Like,
I
that would
would-
be
yeah,
so weird.
it's
I could
hard
see
to see.
KD in a Spurs jersey.
I reckon
Yeah.
it could be KD. You give them the 2nd pick and like just make the money work. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Because they can't take Dylan Harper.
They'd need to
with-
give him
No, they
something
can't.
more for KD, I feel like.
Yeah, that make the money work.
And like more picks.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely more.
But
picks.
Phoenix, remember, Phoenix got no leverage whatsoever.
But then if they do that, then Phoenix would have to trade Devin Booker. I feel
Yeah.
like 'cause he's too old now for them. Like if they want to restart,
Yeah, that
I
is
know
right,
what you're
yeah.
thinking, boy.
yeah, come on down to Houston.
That if Devin does go anywhere, that's definitely the team I reckon.
Oh, it'd be
Yeah,
beautiful.
Because they could
100%.
throw him the bag.
That's
bro.
my dream right there.
Perfect fit.
Bro, as soon as
is.
he gets traded, I'd be buying a Devin Booker jersey.
It would be the perfect fit, but yeah, that Spurs aren't taking that pick, 100%. Like it is getting traded.
Yeah.
yeah.
If it is Giannis, which we'll get into a little bit later, of him potentially wanting out of Milwaukee,
Potentially.
potentially. He
When
said
he
he's
does.
open-minded.
Yeah, that means he's
means-
never
All
been
right, fuck
open-minded
it.
before.
We here now. Giannis
Try to warn you.
potentially leaving Milwaukee. I'm the Bucks fan, so I'm optimistic. I
No,
want
Giannis
him
and
to
Tony
stay.
leaving Milwaukee.
Nah, I can't do that. Like,
I mean,
Giannis
if you
and
get
Tony.
a good pick for it,
If we get a
it's
fucking
good enough.
If we get a shit package, you're gonna see me crash. the
Yeah,
fuck out.
if you get a good package, a good enough reason to stay.
I'm laying in bed and I'm just like, actually, I was with you in the car at the basketball. And I
Yeah.
see Shams, and the first thing saying is Giannis, Milwaukee. I said no. Oh no. And then it's that he's open minded to leaving Milwaukee. Look, I'm not angry at Giannis if this is what he wants to do. I think to a degree, it kind of is on him and Dame in a sense. Like, our front office made the right moves.
It would be somewhere he wants to go.
Yeah, 100%. Milwaukee would do him that.
You would hope.
Yeah.
Like, I think
100%.
Like,
I
he
think-
brought them a chip.
Yeah, I think with him, he won't be so picky to one team. It'd be wherever I have the best chance to win. Because
Yeah.
that's obviously, there was a quote of him coming out saying, if I don't win another championship again, I don't know how I'm going to sleep at night. And it's just like,
He's
he
a
wants to
competitor.
win.
He's
He wants
wasting
to
his
win.
years away on that Bucks team,
Man,
boy.
fuck out of here. We gave him Dame, and not my fault they can't set a screen from shit for each other.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they should have worked, bro.
It
Like
should've.
that
It
was a
literally...
duo that looked like it was going
It
to
was
work.
literally perfect. Just pick and roll every time. Pick and roll every time. Obviously, shit happens. They can't stay healthy in the playoffs together.
They just needed a better supporting cast. As
Oh,
well.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not mad if he wants to leave. Like, I don't want to see him waste his 30s, the start of his 30s in Milwaukee if it's not where he wants to be. And obviously, we're going to be fucked. But I'd want the package to look big. Pause. The package.
You get some first round
Yeah, you
picks.
want-
Nah,
in
I
there.
don't want some. This is going to be record-breaking first-round picks. This will be the greatest player to
It'll be
ever
like
get
just
traded.
so you can get shafted
The
by the
greatest-
Bro,
next
Luka
generational
Doncic
talent.
got traded for 0 picks.
Yeah, but that's because... the
No,
number
you
one
can't-
pick,
you
motherfucker.
can't make that the
Yeah,
standard, though.
yeah.
Yeah, that is
Like
not the
saying that
standard. They
trade.
got
Yeah.
fleeced, but obviously now we know the fix was in. Okay,
Yeah,
you
fuck
give
Exactly.
yeah.
you give LA their next star so we can get themselves
Yeah.
the game tickets back up. You
Lakers
know, the
back up.
viewership.
Yeah.
We'll give you Cooper Flag.
And we'll give you Cooper Flag. Like,
Yeah.
shit, he
I
almost,
saw a fucking
he almost
meme.
died in the couple of months waiting for it,
Yeah.
but he had to hold him still for a minute.
Bro, I saw a meme where it was like, oh, Dallas have drafted like 3 great white boys in the last 30 years, and they're like, oh yeah, we had to get an American one this time because the tariffs were too high.
But you seen
that's
that
funny.
Dirk is like in no contact with the Mavs.
Fair enough. He was at Luca's
Yeah,
first
like
game
he
as
apparently
the
is
Lakers.
like done with the Mavs.
Yeah,
because
fair
of all this
enough.
shit.
Like that was so fucked.
Yeah, well, now we know why.
Yeah.
The fix was in, baby.
Yeah, for real.
Still
But
sad.
yeah, like Giannis's best destination. What do you think? It could
Probably
potentially-
Boston.
Fuck out of here, boy.
Take Drew.
Nah.
Take Giannis.
Fuck
Nah,
out of here.
probably-
You can see this one, me. This one pointed to right now. No way, boy.
Houston.
You,
Well,
they
Alfred
could make
Sengun.
it work,
Yeah,
boy, but I don't
well-
want that motherfucking Sengun.
Yeah, nah, you can take him, bro.
No, motherfucker. I'd rather take Jalen Green, but just give me all the picks. I want 6, 7, 8
We'll
picks.
give you both of them, and then we'll give you like
How
2
many
picks.
picks are you throwing? 2?
Yeah.
2 picks.
Bro, you
for
got
Giannis.
2 good players.
Nah,
I don't want both of them.
You're wildin', Rob.
Nah.
After you said get him off my
How
fucking
many?
team,
How
I'll take
many?
nothing.
Nah, they're
Yeah,
young,
you
they're
were
young.
talking about trading them both for Kevin Durant.
Look at him. Look at him switching up.
Yeah.
No, they're young.
They're young. They're inexperienced.
Dude, how
bro.
many picks you think? Because
At
you're,
least 5.
you're like the mediocre.
Your picks ain't
yeah?
worth shit, bro.
No,
No,
not from
we're talking
Boston,
about in general.
Oh, okay.
Because
okay.
I'm obviously like on the side of where I think he should be the most picks ever because he'll be the best.
Well, how
player
much should
ever
KD
traded.
get? 5.
KD was 5.
5. So I
Originally,
think
it
at
was-
least
Michael
5.
Bridges was 5.
Mikel was 5.
Yeah, depending what it is. Yeah, I know Mikel, but that was
7, 8. I need.
You ain't getting 8 picks for him.
He's
That is crazy.
the
work.
second best player in all of basketball.
They won't be all first rounds then.
All first rounds, but I don't care if someone even asks. The Bucks don't have a pick until 2031.
Yeah, that's just shit management.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not agreeing. I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that needs to be our priority. Not to build around Dame and contend now for 2 years' time.
Yeah, no, fuck
Blow
that.
the fucking shit up. Kyle Kuzma, get the fuck off my roster. Brook Lopez, old ass, get
Just
the
chuck
fuck
'em
off
all
my
in there.
roster.
Yeah.
Build around KP motherfucking J next year and be fucking dog shit and get our pick back potentially.
Yeah. Who's got your pick?
New Orleans, I think. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. Don't take my word for it. I think in the Drew trade,
Oh, yeah.
which obviously you do that a million times because we got championship out of that.
Yeah.
But now back to the draft. I know we got a bit fucking sway way with
Yeah.
the Giannis shit. We got a bit emotional. Philly at
Bro got
3.
heated.
They trading it or they take an ace? Bailey.
I feel like they could go either way. Like they could definitely take him and then like hopefully build a younger core because
With
they got
Maxey,
Tyrese, McCain, and then Ace.
That
Or
boy
they
PG?
could trade it and then go the other way with
Yeah.
PG and Joel. So like it's really up to them.
They'll still
they got
find
choices.
a way to absolutely
Fuck
fuck
it
it
up.
up.
Yeah, they'll just
Yeah,
they'll
look-
take like fucking random ass motherfucker.
I hope they trade it because Ace Bailey he is a shot chucker, and they have that in PG already. Not saying
Yeah.
like PG's a bad fucking.
They already
He's
shot
a
have it
chucker,
similar,
but he's a
similar play
build,
It's not
style.
even just being PG. They have Tyrese.
They got
They
bodies,
have
bro.
Embiid,
Like he's not
they
gonna
have-
flourish in
there's
that.
not enough shots to
there's
go
not,
around.
No, not at all.
Or they move back in the draft and get something as
Yeah.
well, because one of them teams gonna be hungry to move up.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like Ace Bailey would fit well at like Hornets or something, where
Oh,
they're not
yeah.
that good and
All
they just
crash
need
outs.
shot. They just need shot
Boy,
creators.
he is. If I've watched a couple of Ruckus games, he has the worst shot.
Yeah,
selection
bro.
I've ever
Apparently,
seen.
he's so like what is it?
Trigger
like?
happy.
Yeah, like
One-dimensional,
So, yeah,
like-
Yeah,
you know?
one-dimensional. Yeah.
But yeah,
see ball, shoot ball.
yes, sir. Tony's special, baby. You already know. But pretty much, yeah. Like, they've really got to trade the pick. I feel like, or they could go select
I feel
him,
like that would be the smart thing to go.
or
young.
move back.
But
Move
the
back
thing is, like,
not that bad.
the older players are so injury
Yeah,
prone.
they're just
Yeah,
injury
100%.
prone.
I feel like they're
PG's
cooked.
just up in the air now. Like,
So you
we
could
just-
always.
But you can't even trade PG because nobody wants
No,
him.
you can't. He's already.
I seen
Send him to Heat or something for like scraps. Like you wouldn't get nothing crazy back.
he
But
back podcasting, so watch out.
yeah, he gonna be even worse then.
But
Podcast
yeah,
P.
you could. I seen something where you can take Ace for the year, see how he goes rookie year, and then see how this team goes this year. But then obviously you lose value if he
Yeah.
doesn't show up, and because he's not going to play a lot.
And
in
exactly,
I
that
feel
system.
like
that's
he
the
won't
problem.
play well with them.
Yeah,
Like he will want the ball in his hand.
He's not going to flourish in that system.
Nah.
No.
But like you could take him and then move on from him, or if the team's shit, then okay, we'll move on from the other two if we can,
Yeah.
and then we've got this young core to build around. Because
Is Joel back next season?
no idea. I seen some shit where they had to fucking move something in his leg to get to the part that was injured or some shit like that.
fuck that. He's
It's fucked.
cooked.
And then the Hornets at 4 will probably get VJ Edgecombe.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
solid.
it.
He got like a 40-inch
He got the
vert.
bounce.
No, he's
I think they
solid.
were comparing him to Kawhi, something
Oh.
like that, like just high impact.
Yeah.
Remember when Patrick Williams got?
Yeah,
compared to
that's
Yeah.
so true, bro. The comparisons don't mean shit.
Yeah,
No.
but he's got some raw upside. Like
Yeah.
he can bounce out of the motherfucking gym.
Yeah.
But like even if Charlotte try to move up, you get Ace if they want.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But like
'Cause
New
it's only up
Orleans
one.
got all the tools to move up, bro. They have
Yeah.
all the tools to move up from. I think I could be wrong. 7th or 6th, they could move up to 3
Yeah.
or even 2 if the Spurs are real keen. Because
But like, who would they get? Who would they want from
Dylan
New
Harper,
Orleans?
Ace Bailey?
No, who would Spurs want
Spurs
from
want
New
from
Orleans?
Have to be
Freaky, nah, Freaky Z,
Nah, they wouldn't be trading.
Like you can get CJ.
Trey Murphy, maybe he would be a good fit there.
I don't want to see Trey Murphy leave. But maybe Herb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
they're
I was
similar.
thinking. It'd be a
Yeah,
Herb.
similar. But
maybe
like,
a Herb.
let's say if they're getting, you give up Herb if you're going to get Dylan Harper,
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah,
and then obviously they
Or
get
even
that
Trey
7th
Murphy.
pick. Yeah, but like Trey Murphy got a bit more upside.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't think they'd trade Trey.
Yeah, I don't think so neither.
I
but
think Herb would fit good on Spurs as well. Like,
yeah, I've been loving these second rounds. So like this playoffs has been one of the best I've ever been able to witness. Like,
Yeah, never been really able to lock in for a playoff.
you,
like
well, you've
this
been
one.
getting it beautifully, bro.
Yeah, I've had a
Don't-
great,
Yeah.
great run.
Like pretty much, Rob got a very nice work roster where in Australia here, KO, where we watch all the games, show a game at 7 and then normally a game at 10:45, which with the NBA never on time, normally starts at 11.
yeah,
And the boy Berto been getting them sweet shifts and catching pretty much that whole second game.
yeah. Get to
boy.
watch the end of the first game and then watch the whole second game.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
man. Like I've been, even when I'm tuning in at work or the days where I can watch, it's every game's been so good.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
being-
there's obviously the odd one where there's like a blowout.
Yeah,
or
but,
like
like,
not
you
very
don't
good,
see
but
it,
it's
like-
so rare.
yeah, in previous playoffs, you'd be like, "Yep, Boston are going through." Yep,
Yeah, no way. Like
Golden State,
anybody
for example, Houston Rockets, like all
Yeah.
these
It's
teams
been
that were
really-
just juggernauts. Like,
it's been really good, man.
I think,
and
yeah.
the Minnesota series obviously took the wind out of it. Like that's the only one I couldn't. Like even the Pacers series when they went up 3-1, you knew they were going to win. But like the way Tyrese has been hooping
Yeah.
with it, like it makes it so damn good to
entertaining.
watch.
Yeah, it's been good.
Cavs were the biggest pretenders, bro. That like. It was
What about
crazy.
if OKC get bounced? I reckon they are a bigger pretender if they get bounced because at least the Cavs literally
got
had.
injured.
You can run the injury, even if it's like with the injuries or so. But with OKC, they've been healthy the whole way through, and
Yeah.
if they get bounced second round, like that's pretending.
Yeah,
shit.
they are pretending. They were.
They are going
were
up
up there
against the
with the
greatest player
favourites.
of the greatest player
But you
in the
weren't.
league.
We were not saying that pre-playoffs. We were saying who's our top
Who's
player.
going to stop?
Nah, but
Boston
Shea
and
is
it's
not a
OKC.
playoff riser, bro. He's been struggling so hard in the playoffs.
I just...
He'd be getting his points, but like,
Yeah,
you
like...
ju-
It just
the
hasn't
eye
been-
test.
yeah, the
you
eye
just
test.
see it.
That's
so
what I was
clearly.
literally going to say. Like, the eye test with him is... It's like, damn,
He's
he
got the
really
ball-
got, he really got 23 right
If,
now?
if he's
Yeah.
on the court, he's got the ball in his hands.
Oh,
Like every time.
I don't mind that, but it's just... It seems like a bit of it is
decision-making.
meaningless.
Yeah.
Like, some of it can be meaningless stats. It's where it's
Yeah.
like, damn, he really got 23. Like, he's not willing them. Like,
No.
Jokic
No.
is willing them. And obviously, there's benefits to not being able to will them, but it's just like... It's hasn't... Like, in that game 5 where they won, he stood up at the end. I'll give him that.
I think what it also comes down to is these players like Jokic, Luka, they can fall back onto their playmaking, whereas
Yeah.
Shea can get swarmed and sometimes he might not make that right pass, or he might not make that pass at all, as we've seen. Like,
Yeah.
so I think that's what separates Jokic in this point in time from Shea.
He's always making the right call.
Yeah, always Jokic
He's
is
been
always
getting done
making.
stiff with the refs as well. He's been getting some real unlucky calls.
Yeah.
So it happens when you're the best in the league.
Yeah, that's it. Saw it with LeBron.
Yeah, 100%.
Lego.
Yeah, that's it.
Something I wanted to bring up as well that surprised me in this playoffs. How much the zone defense is
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
teams up.
Yeah.
Simple 2-3-3-2.
Well, they never run it.
Yeah.
In the regular season, they never ever run it.
Regular season, you can completely
Like,
scrap.
every
Like,
Yeah.
it just
series,
doesn't matter.
Every series you've seen a zone come into play,
Yeah.
bro, and it's been absolutely insane. Like
Yeah.
how much it's fucking up some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't run that many plays anymore. I feel like it's like pretty.
It's kind of
pretty
based off feel,
ISO
hey,
ball.
yeah.
It just
Yeah.
slows down. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what we.
Everybody
knows.
wants to take
The
on.
Pacers
that,
run
like,
some pretty nice sets though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do
They do. Like
And
they're probably the most orchestrated teams that are left.
because you've got
Yeah.
Tyrese at the helm.
Yeah, literally. Like
yeah.
they get
Doesn't
some-
he lead the league in like 20 and 10s or something with
like-
0 turnovers as well?
He's just been balling. Like,
Yeah.
he's flat out being balling. You see Bron tweet him? Hallie playing out of his motherfucking mind. Overrated who?
Yeah, I did see that,
They're
actually.
like, them lames calling him overrated. I said, boy, you definitely voted overrated.
Nah,
Yeah.
no way. You did.
Nah, I don't think so.
LeBron wouldn't do that.
LeBron got too much
Nah.
spare time when he ain't in them playoffs.
Yeah, boy.
He on Madden, bro.
yeah, he probably number 1 ranked right now.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, I can't wait for tomorrow, game 6. I'm definitely got to be tuning
Yeah,
in for
for
that
sure.
one. I got work, but I
I'll be
want to be
nervous.
watching that
Yeah, it's
motherfucker. at
gay.
work.
They start at 8:30 now, so I always miss the first.
When
First
it's only
quarter.
1, it is 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Been noticing that, but that's going to be a really, really good game.
Big game.
Yeah. Anyone got any multis they putting on that game?
Nah.
Cooking what?
Nah,
not
don't
after
trust
I
them.
needed Drew.
Don't trust
I
them.
don't trust the NBA. No,
I'm
more.
gonna cook up one quickly. I'm gonna have OG 10 plus because he's been stinking it up lately.
They'll be paying like $1.05.
Fuck it, 15 plus OG, big body Bronson 30 plus,
Yeah.
Nah,
and I'm gonna go Jalen Brown for 25 plus, and that's all I'm doing.
pay it at
That's
astonishing
paying-
$1.26.
Yeah. Literally, yeah.
Oh, that's
Get your bets in right now.
All right, that's
I'd go Derek White for 20.
Yeah,
Peyton Pritchard for 10.
that motherfucker was balling, man.
I'd go
Who,
Mikal.
Derek White. Oh,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He's the GOAT, man.
Bro turned into fucking Kobe. Bro was just knocking everything down.
Yeah, it was like 9
taking
of
a big
11 or
shot.
something.
His jump shot is so smooth, man.
That
Yeah.
bowl.
He just
fucking head.
launches that shit and you know what's going
Yeah.
in, eh?
that bowl head.
Yeah. He suits it though.
Yeah, big. I reckon it'll be a big PP game 7.
Yeah, I
Big-
feel
big-
like
game
he will
6 or
step
He's
7?
up.
due for it. Game 6, sorry.
All right, big
Tomorrow.
PP game 6.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
clipping
we call-
this. I'm gonna post it, boy.
Yeah.
Say it
30
one more time
points.
with your chest.
30 points, Peyton Pritchard, game
30.
6.
That's
Let's
how-
go.
He won't
Hey,
even
man,
be
I'm-
on the court for 30 minutes.
Nah, he will. No Tatum.
No Tatum.
He gonna
bro.
start probably.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he gonna get the start.
No way. They'll have
It'll be Al Horford,
Yeah.
Jalen Brown, Chris Stapps,
Derek White,
Derek
Drew.
White, Drew.
Okay, yeah.
But he'll
My
still
bad. I'm
get
tripping.
he'll
I'm
still
tripping.
get
I'm
his
tripping.
shots. He'll still get
I'm
his shots up.
tripping. I'm tripping.
Yeah. You know you're going to be shooting that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh
he will.
yeah, I like, he gonna get him up.
Yeah.
He due for a big game.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. But that's pretty much it. Summing it all up for the MTP. Hope you all been enjoying this series. We got some exciting news coming soon. Stay tuned for that. Boston in 7 is what Dill's preaching right now. End it with that, Dill.
Boston in 7, baby. One team on top.
Peace.
Peace.
Laters.